Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Awesome Sunday Show. Connor speaking.
Pat here as well.
So, we took a week off. It was a holiday week. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. How was yours?
I worked.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't put it up last week for the first time in like 4 months, so I think we deserved a week off, not to mention we were really busy.
Yeah. Listen, family and apparently work comes first. So, I worked Thanksgiving because I work at Best Buy, and that's fine. I don't care. I'm not complaining about that. But, like, there's people that, like, stand in lines, like, all around the store and, like, with their family. And it's like they clearly celebrate Thanksgiving, or like they have a reason to celebrate Thanksgiving. Like, there's there's certain religions and races that don't celebrate it. It's like, dude, like, you're really like gonna take time away from your family to spend money? I don't know.
It's because they're putting all their money for their food for the next couple months into their Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, I guess that's how it counts. I mean, like, I've gone out for Black Friday, but never Thanksgiving.
No, I would never bother. I only went out for Black Friday once, and I went out at like 1 a.m, Friday morning.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I wouldn't even mind have gone into work like at midnight. Like, that's fine. Give me a cup of coffee and a Monster or something. I'm good. But anyway, so going back to the show, I hope you all had a really happy Thanksgiving, an awesome Thanksgiving. So does Patrick. Patrick, you
I do as well.
Yeah,
For most people, I guess. Not everybody.
for nice people.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for mean people deserve a really nice Thanksgiving too, because maybe that's why they're so mean, because they have never had a nice Thanksgiving.
True. They could be the ones that always ruin it. So you never know.
Yeah.
But regardless, we're off that.
Yeah. So happy holidays. So Awesome Sunday Show. We are a conversational podcast. We go up every Sunday, except for last Sunday. You can follow us on Twitter at Less Than Connor.
Excuse me, Rick Patmick.
Rick Patmick. Rick Patmick. So Pat hasn't hit puberty yet, just so you know.
I think my balls just dropped.
Yeah. So Patrick, what are we going to talk about today?
All right. Well, since last week, 2 major trailers have dropped for movies coming out in 2016. Civil War, Captain America Civil War, the 3rd Captain America movie for the MCU.
Yep.
And the first of Phase 3. And then Batman v Superman had a little teaser and then a full trailer come out last night.
Yeah.
So this episode's going to be about our reactions, maybe talk, some good things, some shit about them, maybe a few theories off it.
What should we talk about first? Should we start with Civil War, or should we start with Batman versus Superman?
Let's start happy and then pissed.
Okay.
So we're going to do Civil War, then Batman v Superman.
All right. So Civil War trailer was awesome.
It was fantastic. It was everything a trailer should be. It was like one of the best put together trailers, like aside from Star Wars. Like, Star Wars trailer was top of all time, most so well done without giving away too much. And then Civil War pretty much adopted the same formula.
Right. Civil War, it gives away more than Star Wars, but it still doesn't give it a lot away.
Yeah, and people, certain people would know what Civil War is predominantly about going into it anyway.
Yeah.
Because Star Wars Episode 7 is completely new, but this is more of not a full adaptation, but an adaptation. But it gave you just enough while still leaving out important stuff, which is, I think, what most trailers should be.
Right.
Unlike certain ones, which we'll discuss later on in the podcast. But yeah, the Civil War trailer was beyond fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. It really was. It pretty much picks up right where Captain America Winter Soldier left off.
Well, sort of. It's
story-wise, not timeline-wise.
Yeah, story-wise. And its major effect is the outcome of Age of Ultron. Obviously, and that basically kicks off that, and then part of Winter Soldier kicks both of it off. It's 2 factors adding into it, which is the Sokovia Accords, which is basically the government's plan to control the Avengers and when to dispatch them after Sokovia had disappeared off the map in Age of Ultron, which is going to be the MCU's version of the Superhero Registration Act.
Yeah.
Some differences, but probably pretty much about the same for the most part.
Same outcome, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
And I like it too. because I like how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is literally not really adopting so much from the comics, but being more inspired.
Yeah, and that's like the directors, the Russo brothers, have said that, they can't do a perfect adaptation because they don't have the rights to certain characters. Plus, they don't want to just do panel for panel right
Yeah.
off the bat.
You
They're-
can't do, like, not everyone can pull off a Sin City or 300,
Yeah,
and even those weren't 100%.
or Watchmen. Like
Or-
Watchmen was probably one of the most faithful because that like pretty much adapted one whole graphic novel.
Until the end.
Yeah.
It was pretty faithful.
But it's better to like for the MCU. Like there's a lot that were like right out of the comic, but
yeah.
most of it was more inspired, which pretty much is I think better to do because it gives the balance between like for avid comic book readers and then people who just like the movies or TV shows or whatever. It gets a nice middle ground.
Yeah.
That way you don't really have to know too much ahead of time.
It gets people who don't like comics that much or just aren't into comics to like get into something like, oh, like that, like there's like a universe to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like,
Because comic books sometimes are hard for. I understand like why like comics are hard for people to get into because there's just so much. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like getting into a band where they have like it's like getting into Fish, like for the first time. Like there
you don't know where to start,
you don't know where to start.
and it's hard to follow. Yeah. And like I wouldn't want a comic book movie to be like literal, like one adaptation, word for word, panel for panel,
Yeah,
like into a whole movie, because then it'd be like, well, I already
you already know what's going on.
like
and-
I saw this in the comic. Like I'd rather it be more inspired than
Yeah, like I like the
Completely
fact
faithful.
that Ultron was built by Tony Stark.
Yeah, it was a good spin. I still don't get why they made Ant-Man. Like I didn't agree with the original decision to make Ant-Man the end of Phase 2, but given where the Civil War trailer picks up, it's literally like the first scene of the Civil War trailer is the after credit scene of Ant-Man. So it's like good flow into that.
Yeah, is
But
Paul Rudd gonna be in Civil War?
yes,
Yeah, okay.
don't know how much, but he's confirmed to be in
He's
it.
not in the trailer.
Unless he's really small. We just
Yeah,
don't
unless
see
he's
it.
really small. Yeah, but he's in one of the promotional pictures. Though.
Yeah. When they first like premiered like the team, like pictures of the teams,
Mm-hmm.
he was sitting on Hawkeye's shoulder.
Which is really cool for certain
Yeah.
reasons.
I want to see Paul Rudd on one of Hawkeye's bow and arrows.
Yes, that's exactly
get
what I was gonna bring
launched, get big, and punch somebody right in the face.
Yeah, because that's actually that's a special move Hawkeye has in
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, it's a great idea, and I would love to fucking see it. But yeah, he's in it. And we didn't see all the characters in the trailer that we already know are in it anyway.
Mhm.
Like, didn't see Vision at all.
Yeah,
Only got 2 small glimpses of Scarlet Witch. Really didn't like, and there were some characters that you could briefly see in the background for like 2 seconds, like Crossbones, Martin Freeman's character, and Agent 13, Peggy Carter's niece or granddaughter, whatever, I forget her name, but
was that the girl from Winter Soldier?
yes.
She the blonde haired.
Yes, the one who was planted next to
Yeah.
Captain America, and then
Oh my god,
yeah,
I can marry that girl.
I forget her name, but something Carter, Agent 13. Yeah, I didn't notice it at first, and then somebody pointed it out to me because they're in it for like literally like half a second in the background. But we still haven't seen like a bunch of major characters, which is fine, and it for the first trailer, like that's great, and it makes complete sense because the point of the trailer is to show what Captain America's fighting for, what Tony's fighting for, and like their face off,
Yeah,
which it did very well, and like it was well edited, well put together, and then just every like scene was just like, oh shit.
yeah, it
Shit,
got you pumped.
Shit, it really got me pumped. I'm like, oh fuck, it's not until May.
I think there's got to be something with because Disney trailers are often very good, and I'm not just talking about Marvel and Star Wars. Like,
Yeah.
like when you like, I remember like even like Inside Out or something like that. Like seeing that trailer and then seeing the movie, I was like really pleasantly surprised with a
Yeah.
lot of the movie. Like, I feel like Disney, when it comes to studios like releasing the best trailers, I don't think anybody can top Disney. Like or like what they like as far as when it comes to like distribution studio like at that
Yeah,
level.
fair enough. I could definitely see that
Yeah.
because they're probably the best like well-oiled machine there is in the industry, really.
Yeah.
And they're very, very particular about pretty much everything.
Well, they had a lot of flops for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as when it comes to like, not even critical, but like, I mean, it wasn't what was that movie? With the guys on Mars?
John Carter.
John Carter.
That was a $200 million flop.
That was a flop.
Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger was a flop. I'm sure there's something else too. Like there
Yeah,
were some
they've had
bad
a bunch,
flops,
but
they're really kind of business wise. I feel like they're coming back strong,
dude.
And I mean, and I shouldn't even say business wise. I mean, because it's not all about the business, but just in general, business wise and entertainment wise, and just critical, fan pleasing.
They have their shit together more than pretty much any other.
Yeah,
definitely more than studios such as Fox.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck it. Which I didn't know till the other day that Age of Apocalypse comes out in May. It comes out the last week of May, while Civil War comes out the first week of May. I don't think Fox planned that out too well.
Yeah, why would you do that? That's awful.
It's terrible planning.
That's really bad. That's really bad.
Like I'm gonna see it regardless, but to put it out in the same month as one of the most anticipated movies.
And the thing, it's gonna hurt it. I feel like because Captain America is gonna be one of those movies that's gonna be like number one in the box office like 2 weeks in a row. And
it has, with how big it is gonna be, it's gonna make probably do as well as the first Avengers did in terms of like its opening weeks, weekends, weeks, couple months. Like,
I mean, it depends what movies come out though. Like, I mean, they're a huge studio. They're not stupid. Like, what movies come out in June that are huge?
I don't think anything, because Suicide Squad's not till what, August or July?
Yeah, but I'm not just talking about comic book movies.
No, I know. I couldn't name off the top of my head.
They might be releasing another big budget studio movie like summer blockbuster in June, and they're like, well, we kind of have to do this.
Well, I think they should have flip-flopped it then. But getting off topic, the Civil War trailer
was awesome.
Like, there's in the first 24 hours of it, aside, like, including all the official trailer releases, like not just Jimmy Kimmel's, but like Marvel released a Disney one, like on their YouTube channels and whatever, got 61 million views and plays in 24 hours.
Civil War.
That's
more than Star Wars got. Star Wars has like almost 70 million views. The trailer 3, from the Star Wars official.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about between the Marvel official, Jimmy Kimmel's trailer, and Disney's trailer combined.
Okay. On through their YouTube channels.
Yeah, combined. Okay. No, Star Wars, the trailers on every sort of release couldn't even tell you how many.
Okay.
But just like if we're going just one trailer to one trailer, Batman v Superman, the DC Warner Brothers trailer, I think it was on the Warner Brothers channel, from Comic-Con to now is at like 55 million.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, what, 4 months, 3-4 months?
Yeah.
In 3 days, the Jimmy Kimmel trailer alone had half that on one trailer. Just pretty insane.
Yeah.
For 3 days, and then not to mention 61 million views combined in
for Civil
hours.
War.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is insane.
And like I think this trailer, other than if Star Wars isn't coming out next month or this month, a few weeks finally.
15 days, I think.
Yeah. Like Civil War would be like
15 days from when we're recording this.
Yeah, would be the most anticipated movie like for months at a time.
Yeah, I think.
And
after
then
Star Wars
after
down,
Star Wars, it's gonna be like the most anticipated movie.
Yeah, I'm way more excited for Civil War than after when Star Wars is like, oh wow, okay, Star Wars, like it's gonna be Civil War, like more than any other movie for me.
Especially after the recent Batman v Superman trailer.
We're gonna get there.
But yeah, watch the Civil War trailer if you haven't already. If you've watched it, just keep watching. I probably watched it like 30 times.
And I know we're kind of just babbling how good it is without really giving you detail, but that's because that's the beauty of it, is there's not really a lot of detail, but it gives you enough to get you really pumped.
Right. gave
it's the
you
perfect trailer.
Yeah, they gave you like the basic premise and highlighted what they picked one thing to focus on. Or kind of two things, but it's really
Why it's called Civil War.
Why it's Civil War, and it's basically Captain America going against Tony Stark, which is what, like, for now, which is going to be the main issue in that side. Like, there's another villain in it, but they haven't showed it, and we don't know to what extent, and, like, what's going on with that. But it built the hype all around Iron Man and Captain America, which was its full intention, and then, like, the reason that kind of leads up to it, which was Bucky, the Winter Soldier, but there's more implications behind that than what they've shown, which is good because I don't want to see everything. Like, I have ideas about it. And then they showed Black Panther, who his suit looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a great suit.
Holy shit. It was awesome. I wasn't really expecting to see him in this trailer, but he stole the scenes that he was in. His suit is fantastic.
Yeah. I love it. I'm really excited for a solo movie too for him.
Yeah.
Isn't it on delay now because of Spider-Man?
It's pushed back a couple months. It's going to be the first quarter of 2018, I believe.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's not a big deal. I kind of feel bad, like, I guess I mean they're still making the movie. It's not like they canceled it.
Yeah, but it's good that it has that long because they still haven't finished the script. They haven't hired a director or anything.
Yeah.
Although from what I hear, people want the director of Creed and Fruitvale Station. I don't remember his name.
That's a movie I have to watch. Is Creed.
But that guy, Fruitvale Station, was Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
And Creed is like getting crazy good reviews. It's probably going to get some nominations too. So I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Just given from those two movies, but see what happens. But yeah, they don't have a director yet. They don't have a full cast yet. The reason that they already have Black Panther is because they wanted him for Civil War, which is Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, great casting choice.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like the trailer really couldn't have been improved anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to add more because I feel like they added just enough. There's probably going to be another trailer.
There's going to be two more, like 3. I think right now is the average, but it's not until May, so we'll probably get one.
A couple months from now.
January, February, something like that.
And then March.
And then, March or April. Because this trailer really wasn't supposed to premiere until right before Star Wars. And they're like, fuck it. Let's put it on. Jimmy Kimmel needs a ratings boost. Let's fucking throw it on there.
Yeah, but I thought he was low, but you just told me before.
He's number 2.
He's number 2.
Yeah, it goes
I didn't
Fallon,
know Colbert dipped that much.
Like a month or two after. His premieres, he started going down. Yeah, it goes Fallon, Kimmel. And with these trailers, with the Batman v Superman trailer, which I wasn't expecting to be on Kimmel, his ratings are going through the roof. Like, people are tuning in just for those trailers.
Yeah.
Not that his show is crappy or anything, but like more people who normally don't watch him are tuned in for that. Like, which good for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trailer, you can get the gist of the movie without spoiling it. Like, they haven't shown the main or one of the most popular villains in recent history, like which is good because I don't want to see him anytime soon. No offense to the actor Daniel Bruhl, but it makes sense not to do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So going from the Civil War trailer to Batman v Superman, why don't you start on that?
What, for Batman vs Superman?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't even know where to begin. Remember how we talk about. So let's rewind a little bit to what we said before. We're just pretty much talking about how great the trailer for Civil War is, but not really giving any details because they don't give a lot of details.
Right.
That is the opposite of what Batman vs Superman does. Batman vs Superman gives away too many details. And
much too many. Yeah.
Now I almost feel like, why am I paying over $10 for a movie ticket?
You just saw the whole thing.
I pretty much just saw all the highlights for all the best.
It's 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird because the first trailer was so much longer, but it didn't give away.
No, and the first trailer was great. It was honestly really good, and even that little 50-second promo beginning of the week was really good.
Yeah,
being 50 seconds.
Yeah, and this trailer just it pissed me off. It actually like got me really mad when I saw it. I almost felt cheated.
Yeah, I was severely disappointed. That said, this guy on Reddit who saw, I was like, oh, this fucking sucks. He did. He edited it himself. He made his own version of it and trimmed it down by a minute and cut out the all the spoiler parts, and it's 10 times better, 50 times better, even which kind of sucks. And not even just because the Batman v Superman trailer wasn't just. It's not only bad for all the shit they gave away. It was just like sloppily put together.
Yeah, it's
like
just
going
kinda...
from scene to scene, it was kind of like an awkward transition. The music they placed like in some of the scenes kind of drowned out some of the dialogue, and then just really didn't fit.
Yeah, it's so weird how, because the first one was so good and it was put together so well. Trailers they cut around in trailers all the time.
Yeah,
and like you're going from place to place. It's almost like it's weird. Trailers are very incoherent, but yet make perfect sense.
Yeah,
and like that's what's great about a trailer. That's one of the things that's great about a good trailer. But this trailer, it's just like it would be like no cut, or like almost like something that was straight from the movie for like 15 seconds, and then like a bunch of little cuts, and then like another like long dial. I'm like, whoa, like, and that's what gave away a lot to me. And
it's I don't like, even just the way it was put together was really, really poor. Like, so that kind of disappointed me in itself.
Yeah,
but I was more pissed at this trailer than I was the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I fucking hated that trailer, and I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah,
and
movie. Granted, that movie doesn't get bad until about halfway through, but it actually starts off pretty good.
That trailer was shit, and the balls they had to use a scene from the trailer as the last scene in the movie. If Batman v Superman does that, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
I think that's like the 6th time you brought that up
because
on this podcast.
It pisses me off so much.
Yeah,
like,
that was pretty bad.
How can you do that? That's just shitty. But yeah, I mean, like, this trailer, oh god, it gave away everything. Like yeah, people had plenty of theories, and I called, and I forget what podcast, like a couple months ago, but like pretty much everything that happened in this trailer.
No, you did. You were actually pretty right. I thought about that. I was like, I forget what I said, but I wasn't nearly as close as you were.
Yeah, and it, like, because I didn't watch it right away last night, and Anthony D'Elia was texting me. He goes, dude, don't watch it.
Hi, Anthony.
Yes, hi, Anthony. He wanted to be on this episode, but he's stuck at school. But he'll be on at a different point.
We need to start doing like Google Hangouts. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. We'll have to try it out.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I regret watching it. It spoils everything. And I was like, I wanted to. I didn't want to watch it, but I was like, I got to see if I'm right. I'm like, all right, yep. Oh, well, fucking go. Like, and I didn't want to be right about some of it.
Yeah.
And especially.
That's half the fun.
And if I was going to be right about it, I didn't want to know until I saw the movie. Like, I'd rather wait those few months and be like, all right, so yeah, I was right about something, than watch a 3.5-minute trailer and have, and that's not, like, I'm not trying to say that, like, oh yeah, I was right and you guys were fucking wrong. It's just, I'm disappointed that I was right about some of it. Yeah. Especially to find out right now, like now. It sucks. It gave away, you don't need to see the movie anymore because of 3.5 minutes. The only other things you need to see are the small cameos by future Justice League members.
And it's like, cool.
And like, they're not even going to be in costume or like at the point that they're heroes yet. And just like,
you might see Aquaman, but we already know what Aquaman looks like.
Yeah.
Like, that almost makes it less cool. When I first saw the image for Aquaman, I was really pumped, but now I'm like, now I know so much, I'm like, oh, well, I don't even really care anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I still want to see him really bad in action.
He's not going to be in action though. Unless, well, we could be wrong.
Probably not though.
Unless at this, and like listen, I hope this trailer didn't give away a lot. Like, we're saying how much it gave away. I want to be wrong, and I know you want to be wrong about it too.
Yeah, I definitely.
Like, I hope I sit in the movie, I'm like, whoa, I was dead fucking wrong about how much they gave away. I don't think that's gonna be true. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna be true. I'm very doubtful. Like, they gave away the big twist in the trailer.
They gave away the big twist, and probably what's going to be the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that you should never do that. The only trailer I've ever seen that gives away one of the last things that happens in a movie was the Avengers when the Hulk grabs Iron Man.
Yeah.
But you don't know that's the end of the movie.
Right.
And even though the same thing happened in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but the thing was, though, it wasn't a major part of the plot. It was just something that was really cool.
Yeah.
So that's the only like real other explanation I can think of that like made it okay. 'Cause it's just like you don't know why that's happening. You just know Hulk catches Iron Man, and it's like, yes, like,
yeah. But this, and that's like I'm gonna call it right now. Hopefully I'm wrong, but that's gonna be the last 15 minutes of the movie. Is that final scene in the trailer?
I wouldn't say the last 15. I'm gonna say last 30.
All right.
Because I think there's gonna be like 10 minutes of like we're all friends now. Like,
I just don't want it to be rushed. But like like the last 30 minutes of the movie right now.
Yeah.
Which is that's still a significant. Like the movie's gonna be over 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours.
See,
it's pretty.
I don't mind if they kind of rush. I don't mind if it's short. But I don't want it to feel rushed. Like the ending where they kind of like, oh, like hey, like we respect each other, blah blah blah. Because there's gonna be like, how many other movies where they're friends? Like,
yeah,
so
seriously,
yeah.
But like I think one of the other like big problems with it is, I think DC is kind of rushing into starting like it's supposed, the start of the Justice League, Dawn of Justice, for a reason. I think they're kind of rushing into that, and they're doing it just based on the legacy of their like the three main characters' names, or four if you want to count Lex Luthor, and they're trying to like going off like that because I think they're kind of rushing it. Just like, all right, we're gonna start, pretty much lay groundwork for Justice League right now. Like for the Avengers, it took a while.
It took 5 years.
It took 5 years, and I get I get DC needs to play catch up pretty much, but.
Yeah, but no, you can't you can't rush
the first Justice League movie comes out in 2017.
Yeah.
And like I think it comes out probably in the summer of 2017, and then there's going to be Suicide Squad, which I really doubt is going to lead too much into Justice League, and I think there's probably going to be maybe one movie, I think maybe Aquaman before Justice League. Which still, that's 3 movies and then, or 4 if you want to count Man of Steel, but still, they're rushing into it just based on the names that they're putting in this movie.
Right. And I know we've gone into like how much we want DC to succeed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, I do, Marvel is what got me into comics, and I do like Marvel more, like just from personal preference, but I want DC to be just as good as Marvel. I want DC to be like just as successful. I want their movies to be just as great. But like, I don't know. It's just I have my doubts just from what I've seen with Marvel and what I've seen with DC. And it's crazy too because Marvel literally almost like shouldn't have succeeded. They sold off so many of their properties.
Some of their biggest names.
Some of their biggest names. They've had they've gone through they had to go through so much at the beginning just to get everything done properly that it almost kind of like hard work pays off, whereas like I feel like with DC, like with Warner Brothers, they can kind of just pull anything out they want.
Yeah, I mean they do have to play catch up, like really really bad, but
they can make like a Toyman movie if they wanted to.
Yeah,
like they really could. If they wanted to make a movie based on Toyman, why not?
Yeah, I mean they really don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
At this point, like, well, they do have a lot to lose, but the way they're going about it.
Yeah, they can make like a Calendar Man, miniseries, and like they can do it. It's like they have it. Like, I don't know. Again, like I just have my doubts, but I want DC to be just as successful.
I do too. I'm split down the middle between Marvel and DC. I don't really like one over the other.
I know Mike Sands likes DC more. Yeah.
Everybody has their different preference, but like I'm pretty much down the middle. Like, there's a lot, from Marvel that I like more than from DC and vice versa. And I want Batman to v Superman to be so good, but after this trailer,
I want to walk out and be like, wow, that's one of the greatest superhero movies I've ever seen.
And it's It needs to be so good because it's the most important movie DC has released probably since Batman Begins. So in 11 years. And even then, like, that wasn't huge. Like, that wasn't a huge deal. This is their huge deal. Like, they don't, if this isn't, like, successful, and, you know, especially after Man of Steel, like, only got, like, 50-something% on Rotten Tomatoes and didn't perform box office-wise to what they wanted.
Yeah. And, well, I feel like Man of Steel is better than a 53%. I like that movie. I like it more now than I did when I first saw it. Again, the weakest part about it is the story, but I tell you what, like they got some great actors, and the characters is what kind of save it for me.
Yeah,
there's not
and they
one,
did get some really good performances. Like
there's not one dumbass in the movie.
No, other than the IHOP manager.
But that guy wasn't even that stupid.
No,
like it just so happened to work for IHOP. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, what makes me really nervous, other than this trailer, is Zack Snyder, fine director, whatever, very good visually and stuff. Like, Dawn of the Dead is his best movie.
I think he gets really good performances out of his actors.
He does, but in every single one of his movies, probably aside from Dawn of the Dead, his movies fall apart in the second act or like mid-second act, right before the third act. They always fall apart, which is what happened in Man of Steel.
Not every movie. Not for me, at least. In
my opinion.
You're right. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that agree with you. Again, I like Zack Snyder more than a lot of other people. I still think Dawn of the Dead is his best movie. I think 300 holds up still.
300 is a fine movie, but towards the end, it kind of...
Yeah.
I think it kind of falls apart, and he kind of loses himself in like the build-up he had.
I think that movie's consistent. I think the weakest part is the middle. I think the beginning and the end, there's like you're just like yes, and like it kind of drags in the middle. That happens with a lot of comedies, not so much with action movies. But action movies, like there's not a lot in the middle, but it builds up. 300 doesn't really build up because all the action's been happening.
True.
So, Man of Steel, yeah, I agree. Even though I do like that movie. Sucker Punch, that movie just sucks. Yeah, but I mean, listen, bad. I mean, I can't. I will never say director's bad for having a bad move, for having like one bad or two bad movies.
Every director has a couple duds.
There's like Quentin Tarantino is like an exception.
Yeah,
Martin.
That's because he only has. This is only going to be his 8th movie.
Yeah,
even though like, I think Jackie Brown's kind of a dud, in my opinion.
But it's still better than all other movies. It's still good.
And then if you want to count Grindhouse, like his portion of it.
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't his entire movie. But yeah, even like Scorsese, Ron Howard, Spielberg.
Yeah, Spielberg has movies that aren't that good. Like War Horse, that movie sucks.
It does suck.
And but that's Steven Spielberg is, I mean,
he's one of the best directors.
He's probably the best. I think he's the most talented.
I think he's the most diverse in his movies.
Yeah,
that he's
I
been
agree.
Successful in terms of genres.
Yeah, but going back to Batman vs Superman, there's one thing in the trailer though that I actually really liked was Batman's voice.
Yes,
that was
I
so
like that a lot.
Smart.
I really like Batfleck.
Yeah,
I think he's a good choice.
I'm all about Ben Affleck being Batman.
That grin when he first meets Clark Kent, and Clark asks him about the Bat Vigilante, and that grin he does was like perfect reincarnation of Bruce Wayne's grin in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
He nailed that. He looks great in that suit. That suit's fucking fantastic. The costume designs for Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are fantastic.
I know.
And Aquaman.
Everything about that movie should be great, but it just, I don't know.
This is a spoiler, so if you want to skip over this for like 2 minutes, maybe do that, maybe 5 minutes. But this is a major spoiler from the trailer. Unless you've already seen the trailer, then don't fucking skip, because I want your opinion on this. Doomsday design is fucking garbage.
Okay.
In my opinion. I get he changes from time to time, because he can't, whatever. His
he
appearance,
adapts. In the
he
comics,
adapts and
he
his
adapts.
appearance changes. But I put this on Facebook and Twitter. I'm just going to keep saying it until it's not true anymore. He looks like a shitty love child of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the most recent movie.
That movie sucks.
Yes, and Abomination from Incredible Hulk. Like if they had a baby and then mix some meth in it, that's it.
Yeah.
And like they even people put pictures of Doomsday wearing what Michelangelo's
Yeah, that was so
little mask.
funny. And he looks actually I think he just looks a lot like the turtles from the Ninja Turtles.
And it's just
movie.
like such a disappointment because Doomsday, you look at 99% of the time he just looks so badass.
Yeah, he
And
does.
He's got great designs, and yeah, I get it, he adapts, but he still want. If he's going to be a major part of that movie, and he's definitely going to reappear again throughout the DCEU, like you want to give like a good first impression of how he looks.
All right, so when I agree from what he looks like. I'm not thrilled, but I like it. When I watch the trailer again, I've kind of learned to like it a little more. It's not great, but I feel like I understand the look they were going for. I'm trying to say because it's not because spoilers. Oh wait, yeah. Actually, if you've seen the trailer, you know.
Yeah, it's already
you know
spoiled.
where
Don't fucking
Doomsday
bother.
comes from. It comes from General Zod.
Yeah, if you're
Like wait, like oh,
if you already
God.
got this far in the podcast, like you should know that it's already spoiled. Don't
Yeah,
even bother
I mean we're
about it.
talking about the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know Zod is Doomsday. So just from the trailer, so it's just like again another major reveal from the movie. Like WTF? Why are you doing that? And
Yeah, but even from the
he's supposed to be like genetically altered.
from the first trailer they released, like you can tell, or like
Yeah,
I
but
predicted that,
you could tell, but it's you didn't know.
expect him to transform him right into Doomsday.
Yeah, or-
just like take some of his DNA and then put like.
But you still
Amplify
didn't
it.
know. It was a
Yeah.
guess. Like if I saw that, if that was the only trailer they ever released, and I sat there that movie like, oh, I suspected that, but how are they gonna do it? And it would have been just as fun. I'd be like, cool, like perfect. Like they did that in the trailer to get me pumped because they're gonna do something with Zod, and this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
But now I know exactly what they're doing with Zod.
Yeah. Yeah. There's literally no doubt. No.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I mentioned this on a podcast a couple months ago, probably around when we first started discussing the first trailer. I mentioned how somebody on Reddit made this post, and he's like, "Oh, I think the script, like, he must have attained like a script leak, a leaked script," and then he like posts about it. He goes, "All right, guys, this is what's gonna happen, like in the movie," and so far, especially from the second trailer, he's nailed it. Like
Yeah.
aside from like small scenes that can't, surprisingly, they didn't put in the trailer. Like he's nailed it, and I'm like, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, because I wanted to go back and be like, this guy was fucking wrong. You know, I'm sure like I was like, you know, he'll be right about a couple things, but so far, he's pretty much nailed it.
It sucks. I mean, you can't be surprised anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna go see the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna boycott it now or anything.
Listen, I
but
want to see the movie and I want to love it.
I do want to love it, and I really want Zack Snyder to pull this one off, like, really well because he's gonna be directing both Justice League movies.
Yeah, if
Batman v Superman is not good,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be.
Can we just call it versus? I hate when
versus.
people say V.
Whatever.
Batman v Superman. No, it's versus. Batman versus Superman. You don't V somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
You can censor there, V, but
Yeah.
but yeah, like if he messes it up, I'm not gonna have faith in him for the Justice League movies.
yeah. And I mean,
And I hope he proves me wrong. I
Yeah,
really,
again,
really want him to prove
yeah,
me wrong.
I want to be proven wrong on that too. Like I said, I have my doubts. I mean, but as far as things like I mean, listen, we can go on and on all night about how pissed off we were with the trailer, but I mean, there were some redeeming aspects as far as like, you know, like you said, every like design, like cinematography. I think the girl they got to play Wonder Woman is awesome. I know when they
Perfect
first,
fit, yeah.
what's her name?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. But she's like an Israeli actress, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was perfect casting. Like now that I see her in the costume and in action,
She looks, yeah.
that's
she fits
that's
it
how
right
I
there.
imagine Wonder Woman in real life.
And what makes it a little bit more badass is she was in the Israeli army, so
Yeah.
you know she can kick ass.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure in Israel
it's required. Yeah.
Yeah,
but still,
yeah,
you know.
which is why Israel's badass.
Yeah.
Well, their soldiers are.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks definitely a great casting choice. And like people were pissed that Ben Affleck got cast for Batman to begin with. I think it's a great cast.
I've said it from the beginning. I'm really happy Ben Affleck's Batman.
Especially like from the trailers, he looks like he's gonna kill that role.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill I think he's a great choice for Superman and Clark Kent.
Yeah.
He kind of has almost the exact look, really.
I think
that I would expect.
I think he's the best looking Superman. He looks like Superman the most in any actor.
You just think he's really dreamy. You think he's the hottest one.
I think
but
every night. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I thought Brandon Routh nailed it, but I think that was more because he looked like Christopher Reeve.
And that's why he's my least favorite. It's because they just got him because he looks like a guy that played Superman. He doesn't look like Superman.
I didn't think he did a bad job. That movie just was bad.
No. That's something as Brandon Routh.
Yeah, but yeah, like the design of it looks great. Some of the action scenes in the trailer look great. And it's just like it kind of hurt itself a lot, and it's really disappointing. And one thing that I noticed in the trailer was during the dream sequence, which we know is the desert scenes.
Is that a dream sequence, or is it like a?
It is, because they released the action figures for the movies, and like they have alternate costumes of Batman, and his is Nightmare Batman. So it's
fuck, really?
Yeah,
that's so annoying.
But with their little like pun on it being night as in Dark Knight type of thing. But yeah, Zack Snyder confirmed there's dream sequences in it, and we're led to believe that it's going to be Batman's nightmare. I thought it was going to be prediction from Wonder Woman or the fuck is her name? Harbinger, who has like premonitions and stuff. But if it's Batman, whatever. But in that scene, they have Darkseid's, what look like Darkseid's parademons.
Yeah, well, which gives away so much more.
And like it's if they are actually putting Darkseid in this movie, it doesn't make any sense.
He's not going to be in the movie.
But I mean, they're teasing him already. But like, it just wouldn't make sense. He'll probably be the post-credit sequence. I think it'll either be him or
I hope it's Granny. I really, if it was a post-credit scene and you see grandma, like, holy shit, that would actually get me more excited than if I actually saw Darkseid, because not because I like her more, but it would just be like I would be like, all right, can I say like it more times? Like, what is he gonna look like?
Yeah,
I would know Darkseid's coming. Like, if I saw Darkseid, I'm like, dude, Darkseid's here already. Like, and they're also gonna. I would be more excited because they would be stealing from, because they wouldn't be stealing from Avengers.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem right now, because Darkseid and Thanos are kind of
the same person. I think
they pretty much have the same powers.
Thanos was a reaction from Darkseid, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. And like
a lot of Marvel characters.
Yeah, they have the same goals. Like they're kind of the same character.
Yeah.
And
I like Darkseid more than Thanos, though. Again, like I know I said before, I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I think Darkseid's way cooler than Thanos, and I think Thanos is badass too.
Not Josh Thanos though.
In the comics, I like Darkseid more, but so far Thanos in the MCU is pretty dope.
If they're putting Darkseid in right now, it doesn't make sense, because they're kind of just readapting Thanos that Marvel adapted from Darkseid into it. And like obviously Darkseid's going to appear at some point in the DC cinematic universe, but to bring him in right now, like I would rather, like for Justice League, the movies, Brainiac.
They're not going to do Brainiac.
If I want
Brainiac's
I want them
like,
to. Probably the next
be like a Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Well, I know Zack Snyder said Batman vs Superman is Man of Steel 2, but they're gonna do a solo Superman movie again.
They'll probably put in Brainiac.
That's probably gonna be Brainiac. I'd rather Brainiac be a solo Superman movie than a Justice League movie, because Brainiac is more of a Superman villain. Even though the Justice League does have their problems with Brainiac, and like they do need to help Superman from like most of the time, I would rather, because I don't know, I'd rather see Superman have his own villains than have his villains adopted. Because again, Darkseid is more of a Superman villain, but there also really isn't anybody to the caliber of like if you want to compete with Marvel than Darkseid right now. There is other villains in DC Universe that I know that are just as good, but the DC Universe has to establish itself first for people to start to accept. Because like Marvel, like a movie like Ant-Man, you couldn't have done in Phase 1.
Definitely not.
Like you had people had been willing to accept like the Marvel name, like, oh hey, it's Marvel. I can see a movie about a guy that's the size of an ant.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it just like I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Darkseid's in the post-credit sequence or whatever, or he's just going to be the main villain of Justice League 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Or Part 1 and Part 2. But, if they do, nothing surprises me from them anymore right now, which sucks because I really want to be surprised. And, the first Batman vs. Superman trailer was so good.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it, how good that trailer was.
And it didn't give away a lot. It focused on the fight between Superman and Batman, much like Civil War did with the fight between Captain America and Tony Stark. And I think that since the Civil War trailer dropped last week, they're probably like, fuck, well now we can't do the same thing and have just like our two biggest names just go at it for the whole trailer, so they might have had to, re-edit some things, but
yeah.
I'm just really disappointed in it. It really pissed me off.
Yeah. It was annoying. Like just how much they gave away. Again, like I can't stress enough how wrong I hope I am about it. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah, I do too, and I want to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, like if Granny Goodness was at the end of Batman vs Superman, like
that'd be hysterical.
That would be great. It would be hysterical, and it would also prove to me that DC is willing to take chances because people are going to be like, "Who is Granny Goodness? Who is she?
Yeah.
Why is there some weird grandma?" And like, if the movie is good, people will be willing to accept that. Like, which is, I don't know. That's also what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want to. And like people are saying all over Twitter and shit that the Batman vs Superman trailer was so much better than Civil War.
Yeah, no, they're wrong.
In my opinion, they are 100% wrong.
Yeah, I completely
agree.
It's because they're getting what they want right away.
Yeah. I'm like, I wouldn't say somebody's opinions are wrong. It's your opinion. Like opinions can't be wrong, but theirs are.
There's opinions.
Theirs are.
There are opinions that are wrong.
Yeah.
There's certain opinions that aren't wrong. That's just how you feel. But
yeah.
If you think this trailer is better than the Civil War trailer, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Like you're wrong. Like yes, there is more in this trailer than the Civil War trailer.
That's a bad thing.
But that's a bad thing because you're being you're being spoiled, and I don't want to be spoiled.
And spoiled too soon. And this is one Twitter account that I follow, and he's like, "Oh, Batman v Superman is going to be better than all of Marvel's 2016 plans combined." No, it's not.
No, it's not.
If it is, well, fuck yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, no one really loses in that situation.
But it's not going to be because you have Civil War, which is going to be amazing. Like I already know, not even just from the trailer, but like since it's the Russos again, who killed it with Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier's the best Marvel movie, in my opinion.
And then they're going to be the next Avengers directors. Like, I know, and it's the same writers from Winter Soldier. I'm like, all right, this is going to be fucking amazing. I have zero doubt in my mind. And then when Doctor Strange comes out, like, it's going to be great. And it's going to be so different compared to the rest of Marvel's movies and TV shows so far. And could it be better than, I could see it be better than Doctor Strange, yeah, whatever, but not better than both of them combined, and definitely not better than Civil War. Although if it is, fuck yeah,
that's great, yeah.
Plus, in 2016, we have Daredevil coming out. Come on, Marvel is going to kill 2016 more than DC will.
Marvel's been killing it since 2008.
Yeah, but I mean, like combined, like Marvel was slacking in the TV game. Compared to
until about 3
DC.
years ago.
2
years ago.
Because like the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't pick up until after
I don't know.
Winter Soldier.
I still haven't really got into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The first season's hard. I really tried.
just trust me. Push through it for the first half of the season. Once this Civil War Winter Soldier tie-in happens, gains its ground and it takes off. Is it Marvel's best TV show? No, because Daredevil and Jessica Jones were fucking phenomenal.
Still haven't finished Jessica Jones.
We're gonna do an episode on that at some point.
I'll have it finished by next episode.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has gained its ground. Season 2, especially the second half, was fantastic. They took like a lot of risk and it paid off. And then Season 3 has been just nonstop nuts and taken even bigger risks than last season. And they got some balls on them. And sure, it may not, out of Flash and Arrow, compared to Flash and Arrow, it's probably not number one in them. I'd say Flash is better. Flash Season 1 was better, in my opinion, than first 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But last season of Arrow was definitely weak compared to both shows.
Yeah.
And then Daredevil kind of blew them, all 3 of them, out of the water. Although I would put Flash and Daredevil, in my opinion, I like them both the same. Flash a little more. It may not be the better written, but overall I liked it more.
Flash is more fun.
Yeah.
But I still think, I mean, I'm going through Jessica Jones now. I still like Daredevil. Some people are saying they like Jessica Jones more than Daredevil. So far, I think Daredevil's better. I think Daredevil is my favorite TV show out of this new like decade, like from 2010 to so far now.
Trust me, once you finish Jessica Jones, you might start thinking the other way. Because I was like, yeah, this is great, but Daredevil, and I was like, fuck. The last few episodes of Jessica Jones like blew me away, and like I think there wasn't a bad episode in the 12 or 13, whatever it is. There are some Daredevil episodes better than some Jessica Jones episodes, but the same applies the other way. And the ending to Jessica Jones is just so satisfying. And like seeing Luke Cage is fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, and Luke Cage comes out next year too. Like
Marvel's, Iron Fist, right? As well?
Not next year.
Not next year?
No.
They're planning it though.
Rumor is Iron Fist is going to be put on the back burner and get replaced with a Punisher series. But the plan is if they do take away the Iron Fist series, they're going to make it into a Netflix movie.
Oh, that's fine.
Which would be fine. And I would love a Punisher series because apparently John Bernthal, who I know is going to do great, is everybody's like just like hard for his performance right now. And I'm really excited to see it. I would love to see a good adaptation of Punisher.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I would rather see a good adaptation of Punisher too.
And the reasoning behind them probably getting rid of the Iron Fist series is, because it's mystical, pretty much. It's like, and if Doctor Strange had come out earlier, Iron Fist probably would have been, a definite series, like because they could show they can handle the mysticism. But like they, obviously this is just rumors, but they're not sure how they can put Iron Fist into like a full order compared to like Daredevil and Jessica Jones 12, 13 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
They feel like they wouldn't be able to get enough in to satisfy enough people, but they, in a movie, especially if it goes right to Netflix, like it's not a bad idea.
I wouldn't mind a Netflix movie.
No,
I feel like the more I think about it, like I'd rather just like stuff just go to Netflix. Like,
yeah, I wish all these comic book movies were already on Netflix.
Yeah.
And but obviously they don't because for reasons. But if they get rid of the Iron Fist series and then make it a movie, that's fine because then they could still put him in the Defenders.
Yeah,
like whether they make the TV show or the movies or the movie of it, he's going to be in the Defenders. That hasn't changed.
Yeah,
but if they do a Punisher series, then they could add Punisher to the Defenders, which would be awesome as well. Yeah,
that gets me stoked.
Yeah, we're gonna see Iron Fist either way. It's just, they're. But apparently, according to
I just want to see him.
Yeah, according to the head of Marvel TV, though, they haven't changed their plans for it. It's just a rumor that's circulating apparently from somebody with inside Marvel. Who knows? A lot of rumors are bullshit anyway.
Unless it comes from Latino Review.
I don't know how the fuck they fucking do it.
But like, what a weird,
Yeah.
like, what a weird name for like stuff for like
One of the most credible like
Yeah,
rumor
like why
reports.
is it like Latino Review? Like it's not that it's Latino. It would be just as weird if it was French Review or something
Yeah.
like that. It's just or English Review. Like you wouldn't think of a name like that compared to like comic book movie stuff leaking
Yeah.
or movie stuff leaking in general.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? But I have a feeling, and, we're going to get more trailers soon from DC and Marvel. I'm sure at some point we'll get a Daredevil trailer definitely by the time, probably I would say in January or February, because they haven't confirmed it, but Daredevil's probably going to be the month before. It's probably going to be in April. Before Captain America because it came out in April last year.
Yeah, it should come out in April.
Netflix pretty much is consistent with the months that they release their series. Like House of Cards and Orange is the New Black have come out in the same month each time, or maybe like the following month in one season or whatever. So I have a feeling that they're going to keep it consistent like that. And it's either going to be it's either going to be April or June. It's either going to be right before Captain America or right after it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be smart to have them both at the same time.
No.
You want people to breathe.
Yeah.
All right. But I think as far as when it comes to trailers, we kind of got off topic a little bit.
It's fine.
Whatever.
We always do.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. We pretty much said all we needed to say about the trailers. So obviously we think Civil War is better trailer than Batman v Superman trailer. If you're pissed at us, comment below. If you agree with us, comment with those people who are pissed off with us and defend us.
Yeah, or if you have a different opinion, whatever, or you want to discuss some theories, go for it.
Just don't call anybody a retard. If you disagree with us, tell us why. It might change our opinion.
Yeah. Although probably not, but
Probably not.
We want to hear your opinions if you have them. Go for it. Or if you want to talk theories about it, you got some theories going on, definitely. Let's do it. That about wraps it up here.
Yeah. It's almost 12.
Yeah. Obviously, we haven't recapped the last two Flash episodes. We missed the Gorilla Grodd one. We'll get to that. Then we're going to do the Flash and Arrow crossover probably sometime
And then and
next week.
And then the episode that is going to happen Tuesday.
Which is the mid-season finale.
Yeah, so we'll just bang it out on one episode.
Yeah, we'll do it all. But if you haven't watched the crossover, fucking do it because they're awesome. And even if I know you don't watch Arrow, even if you don't watch Arrow, you watch Flash and not Arrow. Watch the part on Arrow because
I'll catch up with Arrow with the crossovers and stuff like that because I know they make sense.
Yeah, because they take, especially this season. Like last season, they the crossovers took a little different, but for Flash and Arrow this season, their crossovers pick up right after each other. Yeah. Like Arrow takes place within a couple of hours of, or next day of the Flash.
So Speedy is now in the Arrowverse, right?
Speedy is Thea.
What's her name?
Thea Queen.
How old is she?
It's probably in her 20s now in the show. She started off in high school in the show.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's okay. All right.
She took Arsenal's spot.
All right.
Yeah. So definitely watch them. Highly recommend it because they were awesome. And if you haven't seen the trailer for Legends of Tomorrow yet, look it up.
It's pretty dope.
It's dope. And I can't I can't wait for it. I'm really looking forward to it, especially because of how sweet the guy who played Vandal Savage did in the crossover episodes.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
And he's going to be the main villain of the Legends of Tomorrow. Check all those trailers out. If you don't want to get spoiled by the Batman v Superman trailer,
don't watch it.
Don't watch it, or go on my Facebook. I posted fan-edited one that is 10 times better and takes out the spoilers.
Yeah, post it on Twitter too.
I did post it on Twitter, so go on my Facebook or Twitter or whatever. It's probably popular on YouTube now if you look it up, or you can go on Reddit, type in Batman v Superman fan trailer.
Yeah.
It's about all we got.
Can I finish this show with a joke?
As long as it's good.
All right. Why does Santa Claus have such a big sack?
Why?
Because he only comes once a year. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's not that bad.
All right.
I give it like a
7
6
out
out
of
of
10.
10.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that's about it.
Yep, that's about it. So thanks for watching. You guys have an awesome Sunday, and just to let you know, I am at Less Than Connor on Twitter.
At Rick Pack Mick.
Yeah, so if you want to follow us, I got some updates and stuff like that. See what we think.
Or, curse us out or whatever.
Yeah, it's just pretty much like why like Louis C.K. and Joss Whedon quit Twitter.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. So we promise to have celebrity guests in the future if we ever get big.
Once we get big.
Once we
not
get big.
not if once
Yeah.
we get big.
Also, too, I have an announcement to make. I actually just bought a capture card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna set up. So as far as like extending how like what we do with the show, I just have to figure out how to use it, and you'll be seeing some cool Let's Plays.
Yeah, we'll
So,
be adding stuff to the channel. Maybe some
the awesome Let's Play show.
could be, some live casting.
Ooh,
Should be cool. One of our buddies, Dan Spakowski, is gonna come on probably sometime in the next few weeks. Do some promo photos. That'd be sick.
yeah.
Shit's gonna happen.
I don't do
Hopefully
nudes
really
though.
soon.
I'm better than that.
Only on Tinder he does nudes.
Yeah, totally. My name's not Evan Bogner.
And on the internet on cam shows.
My name is not Evan Bogner.
All right, yeah, we've gone way off track than we already did, but
Yeah.
all right, see you guys.
See ya.